Hey guys, welcome back to the eSports Report. My name's Jack Belknap, filling in for Chris Puckett. We are here now with the announcement of Blevdog's new team for Season 3. Now, if you guys have been tuning into Twitter and reading on Reddit COD Competitive lately, you've seen a lot of talk of who this new squad could be. We've seen some talk of who the players might be. Some spots still open, so I say we get right into the interview. Blevdog, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's up, man?
Perfect. What's going on? Happy to have you on the show today. First of all, how you doing on this fine day?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. I know these last couple weeks have probably been a little hectic for you, but you're all ready to announce the things that are going on with the squad. So before we get into the full announcement, let me ask for those of you who may, for the viewers that may not be too up to date with everything, you used to be with Curse Gaming, now you've decided to part ways and start your own team. What was your thought process with that?
It's just me and the owner, Steve, the other owner. We just, we felt like it was probably a good time for me to leave. I had a lot of stuff going on in my daily job and at Microsoft with the kids and stuff. And so I thought I was going to take a little break, but then the opportunity came up to purchase Phase Red, and, the opportunity doesn't come along all the time. So I decided to figure it out and work through it, and that's what we did.
Awesome. Now, so this has been a big news this whole past couple weeks because there was the whole roster mania. We saw big names getting switched all around. People were wondering who's going to be on what team. A lot of the dust has settled, so I think now is definitely the right time to make the announcement. I say we get right into it. Blevdog, will you please announce your new team name and let's show off the logo?
Yeah, so I just want to say the logo was done by me because I didn't want to kind of get it out there,
All right.
radius, and take a chance on leaking it, and then someone take all the Twitters and the domain name.
Awesome.
But
Go
but
ahead,
the name
sorry.
is the name's Radius Gaming, and you can find us on Twitter at Radius COD. We do have radiusgaming.com reserved, and that'll be the website will be going up there soon. But Radius Gaming is the name of the new team.
Fantastic. It looks great. I know we were loving everything for a first logo for yourself. Hey, it looks pretty good. We're definitely loving it here. And as you can see there on the screen, we have the two members of the roster so far. You can confirm those right now that Classic and Saint are both on the roster. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Awesome. And just to make sure everyone at home knows, you're still looking for two players that will be solved in tomorrow's draft. That's correct too, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
That is correct.
Awesome. So I just want to make sure we had that all cleared up for everyone at home. Well, let me ask. There was a lot of rumors. People were thinking you might have a Halo name from back in the day, like Triggers Down or Classic. Then some other people were saying you could bring back possibly an old COD name. Where did the team Radius come from? Where did that team name originate?
I don't know if you've ever tried to do a team, but it's not that easy to do. And to come up with branding and everything like that. So a couple of the teams. Me and APOC talked about bringing back Evil, but that brings up some issues when it comes to, the sponsorships, partnerships, and things like that. And then we talked a little bit with Fear, and then Joey and I just determined it probably wasn't going to work out. So we started looking around and started thinking about different things, and actually was meeting with the squad, and we just did some brainstorming, and we came up with Radius. We just think it has a good ring to it. There's a lot of different things that we can do, and yeah.
Oh, great. I definitely agree with you on that one. Now, you mentioned the squad there. I want to kind of look at the two players you have on the team now. Classic was on Phase Red, then decided to come on over to Radius. What was your thought process there with Classic, and what do you see in him to be a great player on this squad?
Yeah, you know what? One of the things I want to be clear. I didn't buy the spot. I actually bought the team. So I bought the team with the idea that Classic, like if JCap, for example, hadn't declared free agency, then he would have been on my team as well. So, I like Nick a lot. I think I'm going to give him the chance to be the team leader and the team captain, make the calls, determine the strats, and we'll work together. There's a couple of people we have an eye on. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say on here because I just want to keep it to myself. But I'm very excited about the teams, and I think having Saint on the team, for the whole season where he can grind and he can actually practice every day is going to be huge.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. A big talk at MLG Anaheim was how Saint has had some team issues in the past. Definitely a solid player. I've been going through a lot of their gameplay since we covered their team or his old squad yesterday on the show. He definitely had a solid event, was meshing well with the team, but now I'm happy to see him on this squad. I want to hear what you think of how Saint can be with this squad when it's fully formed and what you kind of see for him in the future.
Yeah, so if you look at Saint's stats, he's really good online. He's his recent land stats aren't as good, but he was playing OBJ, so that kind of accounts for it. But he's really good, and giving him the opportunity to, like I said, to be able to grind every day with the team, practice with the team. I expect big things out of him, and I've told him that as well. I mean, I've also made it clear, like, we have to be successful. So everybody on the team needs to understand if they're not pulling their weight or something's not going right, then we have 4 substitutes that can step right in. So for any of the guys I draft, I'm really looking at it as a team of 8 players, not a team of 4.
No, I hear you on that one. Definitely a smart way to approach the draft. Now, when talking about the draft, we're only under 24 hours away now, or a little bit over 24 hours away. Some big names are going to be in that draft. Some people that can still be picked up. Now, since you guys in Rise still need to fill your spots, you're going to have a conditional pick at the start of round 1, and then since you only have 2 people on your roster, you'll get the second one at the end of round 4. Now, I want to kind of ask you, what are you looking to fill this squad with in regards to the players that are available?
Slaying power.
Slaying power. All right.
Just straight slaying.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, if you go through there's a pretty good at COD stats.us. You can go through and you can see how people compare to online and LAN. And I'm looking for people that are consistent across both. But to be totally honest, I'm going to skew more towards online because that's what's important, and then work towards the LAN skills. So it's just slaying power. I think we have a good some good strats. I think Nick has some good strats, and I know Saint does as well. I'm not too concerned about that, but I just want to make sure we have the proper amount of slaying power.
Yeah, both of those players have a lot of tournament experience, especially Classic on that main stage. The squad is definitely starting to build up very nicely. Now, another team was in this similar boat back at the beginning of Season 2. We saw Justice get formed. It was a new squad. They wound up just pushing into Season 2. They didn't do too well. I think their final record was something like 14-30. Now, where do you see your squad being at the end of Season 3? What would your ultimate goal be?
I mean, the ultimate goal would be to take first. I'm going to be I don't think that's realistic, but I believe that with the squad I have in mind, we should be a top 4, top 16.
Awesome, awesome. And now, so far with this new organization, there's been a lot of mystery surrounding it and kind of what the branding is going to be like. Now we've kind of seen the logo. What do you want to do to build this team up a brand to kind of get it out there and get the whole fan base started?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is, in any esports, there's really 3 parts of the business, and I was telling this to APOC yesterday. The way I look at it, the first part is obviously the talent side. So the teams, the talent, the entertainers, whoever you have that can do delivery, and then there's sales and marketing. So how do you market that talent, and how do you take in partnerships and sponsorships, and then delivery. So right now we're in the talent phase. We have to build up our talent and our capacity to be able to deliver to sponsors, and so that's what we're doing right now in the short term. Eventually, we'd like to be able to branch out and build up this esports organization to take advantage of talent in other areas, or possibly entertainment. Sniping, e-sniping, and things like that. YouTube, those are all possibilities, but we have to start with the core, and the core is doing well at COD.
No, I hear you on that one. Now, I know many eyes will be on this squad for Season 3. That'll be all played online, but can you announce now when you think the first LAN event will be for this squad?
UMG Dallas. We'll be at UMG Dallas.
UMG Dallas at the end of August. That's definitely going to be a big tournament. A lot of new teams will be surfacing there. I think you guys are going to do a great job. We're getting to the end of the interview here, but I kind of want to branch off a little bit here and discuss what are you most excited for the future of Call of Duty as well as this squad?
What I'm most excited for the future of Call of Duty is, number one, Advanced Warfare. Get off of Ghost, because this game is garbage. Number 2 is to eventually get to an LCS model to where we're not playing online. So, if we can have enough in sponsorships and marketing to be able to bring the teams in on a weekly basis, or, a bi-weekly basis, and have a 3-day, 4-day tournament, or 3-4 day super week, I think that's going to be a lot better, and we're going to see different talent, and people that are better on LAN will have a better chance. And then the third thing is just seeing some consistent developer support. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Sledgehammer can do.
Yeah, definitely something that everyone in the community is looking forward to. Already seen a lot of support from Sledgehammer. They attended MLG Anaheim. I know that a couple of pro players have flown out there to test the game. All good stuff. Well, Blevdog, thanks so much for coming on the show. Quickly, are there any shout-outs you want to give to any of the fans out there?
Yeah, I mean, I want to give a big shout out to APOC. He's helped me out a lot in the last couple weeks, just figuring out what are the right moves, what are the things we should do, how do we set this up. So I've developed a good friendship with him. So I'm really happy, and it's also great to have him in the UK because we can possibly tackle some international type partnerships. And so that's number one. I also want to give a big shout out to my friend Dex at DexBot. He's helped me out a lot, would give me a lot of advice, and just being very supportive. So those two guys, and then of course Nick and Saint, and Classic and Saint. Big shout out to them. I don't have any sponsors yet, so once we get some sponsors, and then be more than happy to shout them out.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much again, Blevdog. One final time, can you say where we can follow the new squad and yourself on Twitter and other social medias?
Yeah, I just changed my Twitter to @RadiusBlevdog, and you can follow the official Twitter @RadiusCOD. So RADIUS COD. I also want to say on the logo, I did it myself, so please be gentle. It's just a concept, but that's what we're looking at. It's kind of the sweep circle, so if anybody has the ideas, feel free to send them over to me.
Go ahead and hit them up, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks again, Blevdog. Best of luck to you guys in the future. I definitely expect to see some great things from Radius coming up very soon. Well, guys, that does it for the announcement here. That squad is someone to look out for in Season 3. I think they're going to surprise some people. When we come back, we're going to cover Optic Nation and their push through the open bracket at MLG Anaheim. Don't go anywhere.